Hello, welcome into episode 135 of the Stomp the Bus Show. I'm your host, Mark Harris, and as you can see, I'm recording on my phone. I have had a litany of technical difficulties since I last recorded with Colton about a week and a half ago. So this episode is going to be a short one, probably 2-3 minutes long, just before the NAU game. Wanted to get something out there to be on record before the season starts. So yeah, please like and subscribe, rate and review. This will just be on YouTube. No podcast for this one. All right. Season preview time. Record prediction time. I predict ASU to go 10-2 in the regular season and win the Big 12 again. I think Sam Leavitt will be, I think because of all the preseason hype, he will get invited to New York as a Heisman finalist, but he will not win the award. Still a great achievement. And you know what? Jordan Tyson wins the Biletnikoff. Why not? Let's get risky. I think ASU's 2 losses are at Baylor, and then I think they lose at home to Texas Tech. So the Baylor rationale is, one, I think Baylor's going to be really good. I think they have a really good offense. Sawyer Robertson is the only Big 12 quarterback that, in my opinion, is worthy of comparison to Sam Leavitt based on what they've accomplished. And that was reinforced in the Ireland game, let me tell you. As I tweeted, Avery Johnson and Rocco Becht are not on the same level as Sam Leavitt. Anyway, I think one thing that could be an issue for ASU in the Baylor game is we don't know what time that game's going to start. I think that could be like a 12:30 local time start in Waco and 10:30 body clock for ASU. That doesn't bode well for them, and Baylor's really good offense. So I think ASU loses a offensive game there in Waco. They win the next 2, have them beating TCU at home on Friday night. And then I have them winning at Utah. I think that's going to be a low-scoring game, physical, defensive game. But I think, and one of the reasons I have them winning at Utah is because they have a bye in between TCU and when they go to Salt Lake City. However, I think, and we've seen this with Utah over the years, they beat teams up. They may not even win the game, but the next team, the team that they played, in their next game, they usually lose because they're so beat up from playing Utah. I think that will happen to ASU, somewhat similar to it happened last year, right? I mean, they lost to Cincinnati after they played Utah. So I have them losing to Texas Tech, but then I have them winning the rest of the games on their schedule. I think the West Virginia game is it's a more trickier game than people think, just because Rich Rod can really dial it up offensively. And but I think ASU will still win that game. Beat Arizona in the Territorial Cup. I think they beat Colorado. I think I originally was worried about that, but I think the Deion factor will ensure it that ASU doesn't overlook whatever Colorado team this is. And Colorado's not going to be horrible either. So anyway, 10-2 to finish the regular season, win the Big 12. That's my prediction. So a few other random things. Pretty cool to see Sam Leavitt and Jordan Tyson get the Adidas partnership. I think that's awesome. You see Leavitt with the Powerade sponsorship as well. I touched on the Ireland game. I don't think that K-State and Iowa State will be. They may be in the mix at the end of the year, but I don't think they're top 2 or 3 Big 12 contenders. I know it's Ireland. I know the field's weird. If ASU plays to the level it played at the end of the year last year, it is a clearly better team than both of those teams. So that's my thoughts on that game. A lot of season to go. Depth chart came out. Nothing really that interesting or surprising. Yeah, Kanye Udo isn't technically a starter, but we know he'll get reps. And then obviously Ben Coleman wins the center job, leaving Jameto Obigbo to play left guard. So that's my thoughts on the depth chart. And then to round this out, I think it's so cool that ASU was able to sell out the game against NAU. Going to an FCS game in 105-degree heat, and you know it's going to be a blowout, and the only real news coming out of that game is so hopefully ASU doesn't A, struggle for long periods, and B, suffer any major injuries. But it's still an incredible accomplishment by the athletic department to pull all the levers to get people into the stands. I think hopefully it just bodes well, and you have to give the athletic department credit for that cool Haboob video that they caught going through Sun Devil Stadium as well. So good vibes all around. I have ASU going 10-2, winning the Big 12. Sam Levitt is in New York for the Heisman ceremony, doesn't win. Jordan Tyson wins the Biletnikoff. And that is that. Go Devils, and please like and subscribe.